Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to yet another awesome session of Mindful Living. We really appreciate your taking out the time and joining us this Saturday morning. There are many people who have challenges with sleep, but you are amongst the few who have taken out time to join the session today. We really appreciate that, and it is my promise to you that we will do our best to make this investment of time worth your while. All sessions of mindful living are guaranteed to improve your quality of life, and our session today is a step forward in that direction. Problems with sleep have been declared to be a global health epidemic. I first came to know about this challenge when I used to work for Marsh India, and I went for a call for a customer with a client, and we were making a presentation for the renewal of a large general medical policy of that company. The company is a global leader and a very respected player in its field. And as soon as I started presenting, we dimmed the lights in the room. And soon after, I found that the CFO in the presentation, who was in the presentation, had to sign the check, has gone off to sleep. Now imagine you are new in the job and you are making a pitch for a policy where the person has to pay you $1 million and he has gone off to sleep. What would be your reaction? What would you feel? You are new in a job, you are making a presentation. Yes, Jagdeep, thank you. I don't know what's the challenge. Just bear with me. I will not be speaking too long or too much. It is Shruti's show. So, I'll be handing over to her in a while. So, how would you feel if you are making a presentation, making an important pitch, and the person who has to sign the check goes off to sleep? Please type in the chat or feel disappointed. Yeah, I thought it was maybe because of the presentation that I am making. It's so boring that he has gone off to sleep. But it is later I found out from my colleagues that this CFO has got a sleep deprivation issue. And every time the lights are dimmed in a presentation, he just goes off to sleep. So that was the first time, little over a decade ago, when I realized that people in the corporate sector are facing challenges with sleeping well. Then soon after, I switched jobs and I joined a company called HCL Healthcare, which had its office in Noida. and I used to live in Gurgaon. For those who don't know, this is a 50-kilometer distance one way. It's a 50-kilometer commute one way. So I carpooled with one of my colleagues, and I realized that, whenever my colleague is not driving, I'm driving, he would doze off in the car. And I thought, wow, this is good. This guy gets such good sleep that he can sleep anytime, anywhere. And I used to think that he is actually, getting good quality sleep. But it's only later I realized that this is a sign. Sleeping during the day is a sign of not getting good quality sleep at night. So that was my second incident and incidents. And as a part of the work I was doing at HCL Healthcare, I was also looking at corporate health and wellness and designing programs for the companies on health and wellness. And I was doing some research in that area. And I realized that there are three important parameters of health. The first two parameters we are relatively familiar with. They are exercise and diet. Can you guess what is the third important parameter of good health? Please type in the chat or unmute and speak. What is the third important parameter, third pillar of good human health?
Yeah. Sir, I feel it will be energy levels.
Energy levels, yeah. Okay, peace of mind. Thank you, Jaidev ji. Thank you, Ashish, for sharing. Balaji says mind management. Dr. Hardeep says sound sleep. Yes, it is rest. The third very important pillar of good human health is good quality rest. So I started researching little bit more on rest and relaxation, on the quality of sleep and the impact it has on our good health and our ability to perform, our ability to think clearly. And I came across this book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. This book also featured in the Bill Gates list of books that he reads every year. This is a very comprehensive book, and there are many, many takeaways from that. One of them was the sleep deficit that he talks about. What Matthew Walker says is that in case you miss your sleep even on a single day, you can never ever make up for this. And Bill Gates has reportedly said that after reading the book, that had I read this book earlier in my younger days, we would have never done the night outs that we did during the period of building Microsoft, where where they were for elongated periods of time, he and his team would go without sleep, and they would work through the nights. So that is the importance of sleep, importance of, and it has played a very important role in the human evolution, in the growth of our brain, and our ability to function. And it is in this context we thought of, I also had the opportunity of meeting Shruti last year, and we got to hear about her very interesting, touching story of the challenges she faced with her sleep and how she battled it successfully. And I immediately made an offer to her to address our community on her journey with this sleep challenges and how she successfully overcome them. Shruti is a happiness coach, mind body trainer, certified yoga teacher, and the founder of Happiness Gurukul. She has done her certifications from the prestigious Yoga Institute in Mumbai, from the Harvard Medical School, Berkeley Institute of Wellbeing, and from World Pranic Healing Association. In her earlier life, she did her master's from the prestigious NIFT, which is considered to be one of the foremost institutions globally in the area of design and fashion. And she had a very successful career spanning 15 years, where she designed retail events for leading organizations and won international awards. While she was enjoying what she was doing, there came a point of time when she evaluated her true purpose in life and decided to make a switch and has founded Happiness Gurukul. Shruti, we are so happy to have you with us today, and thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to address all of us.
Thank you, Ashish, for inviting me and having me here. Good morning, everyone. So glad to be a part of your sleep journey from here on.
Good morning. Thank you, Shruti. Yeah. Shruti is a very popular Good morning. Good morning. Shruti is a very popular speaker, and this is her second session today in the morning. She's just finished a marathon session for another group, and now she is here with us. And before I hand over the mic to her, is it okay if I take a minute to introduce myself? How many of you are joining a session of mindful living for the first time? Please type FT in the chat if you're joining a mindful living session for the first time. Thank you, Saurabh. Yes, Saurabh, thank you, Dharya. Thank you, Jaidev. Thank you, Lakshmi Narayan. Thank you, Richa. Thank you, friends. I'll just take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Ashish Kumar, and I'm the founder of Mindful Living. I started Mindful Living in 2018, prior to which I worked in the corporate sector for over 25 years in senior management roles with organizations like Xerox, Tata AIG, Future Jet Rally, Marsh, HCL Healthcare, and Healthcare at Home. During the years of my working in the corporate sector, I saw how stressed the employees in the corporate sector are and how this stress is taking a toll on their health and wellness. And with a vision to help 1 million working professionals lead healthier, happier, and wealthier lives, I started Mindful Living. In the last 5 years, we have conducted over 300 sessions for leading organizations include Aditya Birla Group, Tata Group, HDFC Life, Kotak Life, EXL, Swiggy, IBM, Signify, Schneider, and many other organizations. The session today is being organized as a part of the Mindful Living community. This initiative was started in April 2020 when a few of my friends requested me to conduct a session for them over a weekend. One thing led to the other, and today we have grown to be a vibrant community of over 3,000 people who connect every weekend to practice living consciously. And in case you would like to be a part of this vibrant community, please click on the link that we have shared in the chat and join this community. We do not encourage religious or political posts in the group. No good morning, good night messages. It's just a group of like-minded people. We have created this safe space for people to come together, share, and learn about living mindfully. So please click on the link, and there are no charges. Feel free to join us. Few ground rules before I hand over to Shruti. Please put your phones on silent. What Shruti is going to share is very, very important. So please don't get distracted. Please make sure you have your full attention for the next 90 minutes because this could be life changing for you. And question answer session will be toward the end. But please feel free to use the reactions button and comments in the chat to stay engaged and share with us your questions, comments, or appreciation of what Shruti is saying. And please keep your cameras on because black tiles tend to put speakers to sleep, and we would not like to risk that today. So on that note, Shruti, welcome, and over to you.
Thank you, Ashish, for your generous words about me. First of all, I would like to know if I'm clear and audible. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you for taking this first step and becoming aware that how essential it is to sleep like a baby every day. So you've already taken the first important step. So I really want to congratulate all of you. You all are action takers. Great, amazing. Friends, are you ready now to take your life to next gear? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. You want to master your mind, right? Become unstoppable. Yes, if you are ready, then I'm committed to you in this journey that begins today. So type me a ready in the chat box if you want me to begin the session now. Without wasting time, let's just come to the direct point. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So I will share my screen with all of you. I will keep my chat open so I can hear from all of you while we start. All right, so my screen is visible. Okay, so welcome again to Sleep Like a Baby workshop. Today we are going to say bye to insomnia. No more sleep issues from here on. So friends, I am a designer turned sleep and happiness researcher, as Ashish has already introduced me. Until now, I've coached 1,000 people in the space of happiness and sleep. And hence, I call myself a sleep and a happiness coach in this new journey that I've set on to. Now, first, let me ask you, why do you want to sleep like a baby? Just type in the chat box for me in 2 or 3 words or in one small line that why do you want to sleep like a baby? Why? Why is very important. Whatever we do in life, we should know why we are doing that. So even in sleep, why do you think you should start sleeping like a baby? Sleeping like a baby means sleeping soundly and peacefully, just like infants and young children. Yes, effortless sleeping, beautiful, energetic, refreshed, clarity of thoughts, peaceful, productive, great. Yes, absolutely correct. Bang on. Now, can you imagine yourself waking up like this every day? Write a yes or a no. Even if it's a no at the moment, it's absolutely fine. Okay, yes. Some of you already are visualizing yourself sleeping like this. Yes, it's a no for most of you because of the struggle going in the present life. All right. It doesn't matter whether it's a yes or a no. I want you to right now, at this very moment, visualize yourself to wake up like this every morning. How would that be? And it is very much possible. Now, friends, I want you to type in the chat box, what is your biggest challenge currently? What is your biggest challenge? It could be struggling to fall asleep. It could be waking up multiple times during the night. It could be sleeping for 7 to 8 hours every night, still not waking up energized in morning, feeling lethargic all day. Or it could be 24 into 7 worrying about sleep only. There is nothing else that you're worried about right now, but it's just the sleep itself. Whole day, whether I will sleep tonight or not. What if I won't sleep tonight? What will happen? How will I look? You look yourself in the mirror and you pity yourself. Look at my skin, look at my hair, look at my confidence, look at my productivity, my personal relationships, my professional relationships. Some of us can't even exercise because we don't have energy, right? There are no goals, there are no targets. There could be endless challenges, but what is your one challenge, biggest challenge today that you're facing? Overthinking, okay, thoughts keep going on in the mind, waking up in night, unable to fall asleep for the next 2 hours, feeling lethargic during the day, yes. Waking up frequently and not getting sound sleep, not feeling energized, yes. Absolutely. Overthinking, thoughts, fatigue, these are the major issues because when we are not sleeping well all the time, 24 into 7, we are into this vicious cycle of stress and anxiety about sleep. And then we are giving report card to our near and dear ones. People will come and ask you, did you sleep well last night? Soe ki nahi? And then you will be replying, it was fine, it was not fine. So you're also telling others how you're feeling. That's a major issue, right? We always have to present our report card to our parents, our spouses, our friends who are keeping a check on us if we are doing well in life. That's also a biggest challenge today. And we create a hype around sleep. Now, sleep has become a ghost, in front of us, standing there, staring at us, and we're just chasing it, right? That's how it is. Thank you for sharing with me. Now, today's takeaways are we are going to first start with a quick sleep score calculation to understand where you are. And for me, it will help to understand as a team that we are with one goal, which is to sleep well. What is a general score of this entire team? We will know the science behind your sleep. You will discover 6 secrets to start sleeping well from today. And then also, we are going to do a very powerful practice today to start changing our sleep pattern from today itself. Are you ready? Give me a yes in the chat box if you are ready to start sleeping every day from here on effortlessly. Great. Thank you, friends. So let's go ahead. I want you to quickly grab a sheet of paper now and a pen. And if you're not able to grab any paper or pen right now, that's absolutely okay. You can do a calculation in your mind. Look at these three columns and just see where you are right now. So I have put on these ticks as examples. You can just read out and see where are your maximum ticks lying. Is it in the first column, second, or the third? The column that has 5 or more than 5 ticks is your color. For example, if I'm in red, then I should have 5 or more than 5 ticks in red, which could be awake all night, restless, anxious 24 into 7, poor social life, fatigue, and so on. If I'm somebody who is sleeping, waking up many times, not feeling fresh in morning, I depend too much on coffee, as a stimulant to wake me up every morning. So I am in yellow. And if you are sleeping very well already, amazing, you are physically fit, you are feeling mentally healthy, emotionally sound, then you are in green. Because there could be people who are green but are here today with us because they still want to enhance their sleep quality, or they want to see what are those quick tips and tricks they can still do to further enhance their fitness or their health. So those are the people who are here. If you are in green and you're here, amazing. That's really great. Most of us could be in between red and yellow, that some days we feel we are in red and some days we think that we are in yellow. All right. So this is how we are. If we are in red, then we are the people who have tagged ourselves as insomniacs. How many of you have tagged yourself as insomniacs? That I have insomnia. Yay, new identity, insomnia. How many of you have done that? I can't sleep. I have some issue. I just don't know how to fall asleep. Whole night there are heart palpitations, or the breathing is heavy. You're tossing and turning. You're watching the clock, seeing the time tick by. If you are that person, then you are in red. And yellow are the people who are still sleeping, waking up, or sleeping well, not feeling great, feeling lethargic. And somewhere they know it is because of their quality of sleep that they are not feeling productive. They don't have peak performance during the day. Right? And green, as you already know, you can see this girl, she wakes up fresh every morning. And if you are somebody who's waking up fresh, you are in green. Now type yes in the chat box if you want to change your score. Type yes so that I know you're ready. You're with me. Thank you. Thank you. Friends, I request to not make any dots or scribble on the screen. Okay. So friends, before we go ahead in practicing what we are going to practice, it is very important for you to first have a belief that what we are going to do will work. Personally, whatever I practice in my personal life, everything has to be backed up with logic and science. Only then I'm convinced that this is going to work for me. So here I present you a small synopsis, a small glimpse of what is happening across the globe when it comes to sleep, so that you know you are not alone. World Health Organization declares sleep loss epidemic globally, as rightfully said by Ashish when he was introducing this topic. It is a global epidemic today. You can see on the left side, it's Oxford academic screenshot, which says that the sleep problems are there majorly across 8 countries in Africa and Asia. And on the right side, you can see there is a statistics about the melatonin drug consumption in US from 2003 to 2020. Melatonin is a sleep supplement given by a lot of therapists and doctors today to improve the quality of sleep. So you can see how the consumption is continuously growing. If you see the graph is just rising, which means more and more people are today dependent on these medicines. Now let's look at our country. Let's look at India. Can you believe this? India is second most sleep deprived country on the planet. If I may ask you, do you know which is the first country, the most deprived country of the world? Number one. Type for me in the chat box if you know. Japan, correct. It's Japan. So Japan is number one and India is second. And if you can see this business line screenshot on the right side, it says sleep deprivation is one of the reasons behind the rising incidence of serious illnesses, diabetes, heart attack, cancer, so many things, even Alzheimer during old age. It comes early to people who have not been sleeping well all their young age. So I don't want to scare you. I don't want to have you develop this fear around sleep, because I'm sure you already have that. My job here is to turn around the story. Let's turn around the story. Forget this fear about sleep. Take full charge of our sleep from here on. Some more statistics. If you will just search, you will find so much that is being talked about and published about sleep in our own country. 57% increase Indians staying up late. Half of India can't sleep. And if you see the last one, the print, it says that sleep problem has occurred majorly after COVID. A lot of people have found that their sleep patterns have completely disrupted during COVID and after that. So we are not alone. Everybody around us is going through some sleep problem. Ashish mentioned this book written by Matthew Walker, a beautiful paragraph I got there. And it was a fun fact around sleep. So I just thought I'll share with you. So sleep is called a biological mystery. So in the evolution times, when, the evolutionary period, only three things were considered to be the major basic drives of humans: to eat, to drink, and to reproduce. And the fourth one was the drive to sleep. But people used to think that sleep is not a good thing, because during sleep, you cannot gather food, which is to eat. You cannot, find a mate, a companion. So you cannot, go ahead with your family, because that time you're sleeping. So you're kind of paralyzed, in a state of paralysis, similar to that, where when you are very vulnerable, you could be attacked by anybody. You could be attacked by wild animal. You could be attacked by anybody, and you just lose the sense of time and space. So back then, people used to think that why sleep? Why do we sleep? We don't want to sleep. Sleep is dangerous space. And then a lot of studies were done, a lot of discoveries were made. And in the last 20 years, major discoveries have come around sleep, where all the global practitioners, the health scientists, they all are talking so much about sleep. And they say sleep is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. And it's Mother's Nature's best gift to us. This list, I've just written some bullet points. We can write a book on the benefits of sleep. The benefits are immense and infinite. The top one, which I've highlighted, is the immunity. We understand the power of immunity, especially after COVID times. So immunity, if you have good immunity, you can fight off anything. You can fight off any illness from the body. So if you are sleeping well, it will boost the immunity, fight malignancy, prevent infection, ward off any sickness, balance insulin, circulate glucose. Opposite of this is diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a very common lifestyle problem. IBS, irregular bowel syndrome, even thyroid, and all these things are psychosomatic mostly. 95% of our problems today are psychosomatic, which means they start from the mind and trickle down to the body. Regulate appetite. If you are sleeping well, you can keep your body weight in check. So many people today hit gym, lift body weights, exercise, but struggle to lose weight. Why? Most of them you would talk to, you would understand that maybe they are not sleeping well, or they are not sleeping enough. Sleep is the time when our body repairs all the cells. It also helps in body management, because entire body's metabolism is dependent on the quality of sleep. So if you are somebody who wants to lose weight, besides exercising, the foremost thing is that you take a check on the quality of your sleep. It flourishes microbiome, which is the gut health, gut, which hosts good and bad bacteria. And if you would know, friends, for example, if you go to any Ayurvedic doctor, the first question he would ask you is, how's your stomach? पेट कैसा है, because they feel everything starts from the stomach. So that's the importance of having a good microbiome. Then it lowers BP. Okay, it keeps your BP in check and it strengthens your cardiovascular system. These are just few of the main things, and then there is a whole list of benefits that a good sleep gets, and vice versa. If you don't sleep well, it's just the opposite of this. Friends, you are not alone. I have my own story. I won't take long on this, but would like to emphasize on the fact that I'm just like one of you. And I want to tell you my story so that you connect with me better. You understand that there are more people out there who are going through the same issues. Some of them keep going on like that in life, and some of us, like me, just are there to change their lives for a new story to become their version 2.0, as I say. And I want you to get inspired if you can, and also take your charge of sleep just the way I did. So when I was into my teenage, around 20 years back, uh, I used to sleep very well. But then there was one night I did not sleep at all, and I was up till morning. It was morning, there was sunrise, I could hear the birds chirping, and I was thinking and wondering what just happened. A person who was called the Kumkaran of the house, used to sleep so well, did not sleep all night. I just ignored it, carried on with my life. And then after a few days, again, the same thing happened. I did not sleep well. And then it became so frequent in my life that this worry started cropping up. And I would go and tell my parents, my brother, I'm not sleeping. What's wrong with me? And there was so much of anxiety. It had become a family project, whether Shruti is sleeping or not. Is it relatable to you, friends? Write a yes in the chat box if you can relate to my story. Is it a sleep a project in your life for those who are really struggling? Everybody is asking you whether you're sleeping or not. Give me a yes in the chat box if you can relate to anything that I'm saying. Is this your story too? Great. So then this happened, and I started taking a lot of tablets without having any awareness back then what I was eating, because back then there was no access to internet so much. So today we are so aware. Even if we pop in one medicine, we would check what are the ingredients of that medicine. But back then I was a sheltered and protected child, and I was told these are just the lifestyle drugs. And I started depending on those addictive pills. And I don't want to stress more here how life had become. Uh, you know, a dark life when there were no goals at that peak age of my life, when I was supposed to go out there and enjoy my life. I was just struggling. And that was the year I also topped India in my college. I was all India topper. And I used to always think that if I am intelligent person, how is it that, I am not sleeping well? Who are these people who are not sleeping? I researched and I got this word insomnia, and I was like, okay, I am an insomniac. I tagged myself, and the life worsened beyond that. There was so much of anxiety and everything. Years passed by. And one day I realized that I have to really take charge of my life. I really want an extraordinary, beautiful life, a life filled with fulfillment, a meaningful life, and I got to do something about it. I analyzed whether I really need medicines. My inner voice told me no. So, friends, if there is really a problem, a underlying medical issue, for example, sleep apnea for some, then yes, you must have a doctor in place. You must check your statistics. You must take a medicine if need be. I'm not talking against medicine, but I insist that you also side by side start working on your sleep so that one day you get rid of all those medicines. In my case, my inner intelligence told me I was not a person who was depressed. I was not a person who was not full of life. I was not supposed to take those medicines, and there I had taken them for years. One day I took charge of my life. I threw away all the medicines and I started living a life of purpose. I launched my venture into events called Blue Garage. I did a lot of work in the space of retail and fashion and graphics, worked with top brands. I got award and everything. Everything was going great. But every time I used to think at the back of my mind why I wasted those 4, 5 precious years of my teenage. Why? If I'm good in what I do, why? So, what is the sleep? I was very inquisitive and curious to understand what is this sleep all about? I want to study. And because I had my own personal experience of not sleeping from sleeping so well, amazing for 10 years, I somehow studied those sleep patterns. I could see the patterns, I could see what worked for me, I could see what did not work for me. And then there was COVID around the corner. I was already doing a lot of research for last 10 years around sleep. And I figured out that there are no coaches around sleep. All you find are the doctors. So for some of us who are like me, who know they don't need a doctor because there is no medical problem, it's just little psychiatry, it is little mental block, it is maybe some lifestyle issue, something unknown which we are not able to understand, that needs to be corrected. For that, you just need a friend, a guide who could tell you. I had nobody. I had nobody when I was having hallucinations while withdrawing from those medicines. I had nobody. So in last 10 to 15 years when I've been sleeping well, I would still go back in the past and think what happened. And then I realized that I was helping all my friends and relatives who were not sleeping well, giving them tips, telling them, oh, do this, you will sleep better. And they would come back to me and say, oh, yes, what you just told us worked for us. How do you know? And I would say, because I understand your struggle, I understand your pain. I know what you're thinking. I exactly know what you're doing. So do this. And then I thought, let's make use of my time. Let's go further ahead in this journey. And I started studying. And my inner work began. I did a course from Harvard Medical School, which is mind body medicine, in which, I understood the entire science behind sleep. I did a course in yoga from the Yoga Institute, which is one of the oldest institutes in the country. I understood Yoga Sutras, which is the science of lifestyle. It's not what you do on the mat, it is what you do off the mat. So here I got all the spiritual tools. Then I did a certification in happiness coaching program, again, a very scientific approach. I did a basic course in pranic healing. What happened after all this was amazing. It was magical because I got some Western tools, I got some spiritual tools, and I'm a person who believes in easy and practical solutions to everything. We all are loaded with knowledge. You all know what should be done. But sometimes what happens is we know everything, but we still don't know how to do it. So my entire vision here was to come up with things that, okay, now I want to work on this. So what is it that I can do? So I started applying those things on myself again during COVID times. And I started practicing yoga, not for body, for mind. I started reading, started doing meditation, started doing mindfulness, and started applying those scientific things also, which obviously I can't portray on the screen because it is more about experience and the inner work I was doing. And I realized my sleep further enhanced. So while most of the people were not sleeping during COVID, on the contrary, I was having this beautiful deep sleep like never before. So I was like, great. Now I know I have personal experience. I know the science. I know the spiritual aspect of it. I know it. I have tools. Now, what should I do with this knowledge? What should I do with this experience? Then I figured out that actually my inner fire somewhere, the purpose of my life is to help others who are struggling, just the way I did. So instead of going back to my events world, I started working on this subject more in depth. And here I was waking up every morning with this inner fire. This is my purpose of life. That is why all these last 15 years, I've been going back in my past and thinking why happened, what happened to me, and why it happened. So then I took a pause. And then I started this new venture, Happiness Gurukul. And then the magic happened when I started my work with this intention that now I want to help others. I started getting a lot of invitations to talk about the subject on various global platforms. Like there was this last year Global Impact Summit that happened in Hyderabad, where I went and spoke about Yoga Sutras, spoke about mind, body, and sleep correlation. I brought forward my study, which was a fusion of science and spiritual aspect. So there were 15 countries, and they were the top university deans and doctors from across the world who got all Western science, but they were also thrilled to understand what I had to offer there was something very different, something that comes from our ancient Indian tools. So it was a beautiful experience. I was very lucky to have been invited by my own college and IFT. I've done their all India workshops across the, their various centers. They have many centers I have done for Delhi, Mumbai, Kannur, Bangalore, lot of happiness and sleep workshops. And on the right, you can see I was invited by a corporate on the World Yoga Day. Last but not the least, and the most special community of mine, which is Mindful Living. And I'm so happy and proud that I'm part of Mindful Living. And it was such a prestigious moment when Ashish first invited me to talk about my favorite subject last year on the topics like breath work and happiness and yoga sutras in this community. So some of you maybe have heard me before. So my deep gratitude to Mindful Living for giving me this beautiful opportunity time and time again. So all this magic started happening, and I was all out there. And my purpose here was I'll transform myself every day so that I can help others transform. A lot of testimonials started coming in. There were a lot of WhatsApp messages I used to, get every day. So I've just put on a few because I can't put so many. And every day I would wake up and see these messages that people are writing me. I would not take much time here, but you can just see the center one in which a person who was having was cancer survivor, and twice a cancer survivor, was having insomnia for 2 years. And after just one session, she wrote me that, a lot of awareness is created, my interaction with others is improved, a lot of stress I had, and she started getting better. Now, friends, lot of theory, lot of talking. Let's come to actions. So now if you're ready to know what are these sleep secrets, write ready in the chat box so that I know you're here with me. Come on, give me a ready or a thumbs up or a heart so that I know you're here with me. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. So now, what are the 6 reasons why you don't sleep well? First, we have to understand mind, body, and sleep connection. So I won't go in depth here, but just a little understanding how we function. So our nervous system is divided into central nervous system and peripheral. Peripheral, if you see the right diagram towards the end, there are 2 boxes here, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now, friends, if I tell you there is a tiger in front of you, what happens? Can you tell me in the chat box, what happens if there is a tiger in front of you? What will happen? Either you'll freeze or run. It's called fight, flight, or freeze response of the body. Panic will freeze. Some of us will just run, right? Run as if we have never, we just can't run better than this, like the best run of our lives, right? Yes, to survive. So body will shut down all its systems for a while, for example, digestion and other things which are not necessary at the moment, and give all the blood flow in our limbs so that we get maximum energy to run and save ourselves. This is called sympathetic nervous system, which is high stress because we want to survive. Now imagine this tiger as your sleep worry. Now this tiger is your sleep. 24/7, friends, you are in this nervous system mode, which is sympathetic, as if there is somebody out there chasing you. You are scared, you have fear. Now imagine if you are here all the time during the day, how can you sleep? Because sleep comes only and only in parasympathetic nervous system when this is activated. Parasympathetic, only then you can sleep well. And parasympathetic is also called rest and digest mode. Rest because you get enough rest here, and digest because all the parts, all the functions of the body are now in harmony with each other, unlike the sympathetic. So when in parasympathetic, all the functions are happening naturally. You are calm, relaxed, healthy person. Sleep is just an outcome of that. Sleep is autonomic system. You should not run after sleep. It should be opposite. That sleep should come to you automatically without any effort. And that happens only when parasympathetic nervous system is activated. So we are going to understand how we can shift now from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Most of us, 99% of us who are struggling today are here in sympathetic. Please understand this, because this is the foundation of everything that we are going to do ahead. So just a quick glance, if you want to look at this interesting diagram. On the left is sympathetic. See all the changes in the body that is happening, the physiological changes, increasing heartbeat. Do we feel increasing heartbeat sometimes at night when we are struggling to sleep? And it's already 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in morning. How many of you feel your heart palpitation? Give me a yes in the chat box. How many of you feel heavy breathing? These are all the symptoms of this. And now you look at parasympathetic, it's just opposite. Your heart, it is slow, beating in rhythm. You're breathing fine. Your liver is functioning well. Digestion is good. Some of us who don't sleep well also have a lot of digestive issues. So this is just a comparison to make you understand how these two nervous systems operate. So the reason number one, as you can see at the bottom, is panic, sleep anxiety, worry about sleep 24/7. If we are doing all this all the time, then we are in sympathetic mode. That's your reason number one. Now the idea is to shift from here. Second reason, how many of you think you have a disrupted body clock? That your body only doesn't know when it has to wake up and sleep. It doesn't know, because when it has to wake up in morning, it is feeling sleepy and tired. And when at night, it should really sleep well. It is very awake. You are not sleepy at all. It's just opposite. This is called circadian rhythm, which is our inner intelligence. Inner intelligence, when to wake and when to sleep. So if you have a disrupted body clock, then you have to check your circadian rhythm. And this diagram is just a quick view to see how it operates. You're waking up, as you can see, a sun here, then your metabolism is at peak, and then there is sunset, and you see this red color arrow up and down. These are the two hormones. So at night time, your melatonin shoots up, which is body's hormone to make you sleep well. And a lot of people take melatonin supplements to sleep well. But our body can produce melatonin on its own. We don't need to depend on medicines. And this happens only if our body clock is in tune with nature. So one quick tip here, how you can check this, by going in the sunlight every morning. First thing when you wake up, no matter how you have slept during the night, the first thing you have to do is go out, have a look at the sunlight, immerse yourself for 5 minutes in sunlight. If you cannot go out, draw the curtains, look outside the window. That is the first basic step to start working on your body clock. That will give hint to your body that it's morning time because sun has come. So what will happen? Your melatonin will drop in morning and cortisol will rise up. So you will feel awake. So this is the first step. Second, how many of you have a lot of repetitive thoughts around sleep all day? Can't sleep, will I sleep, what will happen? So many variety of thoughts. How many of you feel that you're just repetitively telling yourself the same things again and again? And you have same habits around it. And you're having same actions every day. Your life is monotonous because every day it's the same thing, same pattern. Nothing is changing. Same thoughts, same habits, same action. How many of you think you have this? Okay. Yes, repetitive thoughts at night. Yes. Okay. Relatable, friends? Now, this is called neuroplasticity. Our brain is malleable. We can change our brain pathways. So the way with repetition, we have trained our mind not to sleep. Same way by doing certain things and with the idea of repetition of those activities that we'll be discussing ahead, you can rewire your brain, create new brain pathways. So now that your mind muscle, your brain muscle has new wiring, and now sleep comes naturally to you and effortlessly. So that is what is neuroplasticity all about. Then we have something called limbic system in vagus nerve. Limbic system is that part of the brain that is responsible for our survival. It is responsible for our hunger. It is responsible for feeding. Second F is forgetfulness. So it is responsible for our memory. Okay. It is responsible for reproduction. It is responsible for all the things needed for a basic survival, like how we saw that screenshot of that book of Matthew Walker, to eat, to drink, to reproduce. So all these things are taken care by the limbic system. And this is also important for relaxation purpose, for our survival. So when we are not sleeping well, we have lack of exercise, movement, we are lethargic, everything is going wrong in terms of relaxation at night, then this limbic system gets activated. You can say it gets inflamed. Okay. And the right side, what you see is a vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is from our brain to our abdomen. And this nerve is responsible to shut off flight, fright, or freeze mode in our body, which means this is important for deactivating our sympathetic nervous system, what we studied ahead, before this. So if you are somebody who's not exercising because you've not slept well, it's a vicious circle. There is no movement, you're lethargic. So then you have inflamed your limbic system and your vagus nerve. So now we have to reverse this. We have to soothe these parts of the body. We have to make them relaxed completely so that they function well. When they function well, sleep will come automatically. One powerful way of doing this is breathing, deep breathing exercises. If you are breathing well, then you can take care of your vagus nerve. And in ahead, I'm going to tell you how we can go forward in this journey, where we are going to do a lot of sleep breath work together. Today, we have less time, so I can pack up whatever I can pack up for you to realize what are the things that should be done. Also, I will give you some tools today as we are talking. And soon we are going to also practice a very beautiful, powerful sleep exercise that we are going to do. But in order to do more things and go ahead in this, then I will also tell you towards the end how we can carry forward this journey. So there we are going to do a lot of exercises related to calming down your limbic system and vagus nerve. I've already spoken about it, gut-brain connection, how happy bacteria in our gut directly affect how we feel, our mood, our happy hormones like serotonin, dopamine, all are dependent on these happy bacteria in the stomach. So if you're somebody who's too stressed, who's dependent on pills, takes too many antibiotics, painkillers, then you're playing with your gut health. Some of us are not even chewing well. We are not chewing our food well. So then we are playing with our gut. So all these things are important. Yes, you need antibiotics when there is an infection, but not take them unnecessarily. Antibiotics and painkillers really disturb the gut health. How many of you can relate with this slide? I can. I still can. So much of screen time we have today, right? Heavy dinner, room conditions, the temperature of the room, the light coming in the room, all these things play very important role. You can see this gentleman out here, 2:35, and he's still working on his laptop. This girl chatting, doing social media while in bed. This person eating so much before sleeping. A lot of people depend on stimulants like alcohol, drugs before sleeping. They might be very temporary in getting good sleep, but in long run, they just disrupt the sleep cycle and also bring in a lot of ill health. How many of you can already know that this should not be done, but then we can't do anything about it? Too much of screen, right? So we can have sleep blockers. If you are somebody who has to work till late night, you can have blue screen blockers on your laptop. There is a mode on your mobile phone where you can switch your mobile to a night mode and try to keep yourself gadget free at least 1 hour before sleeping. So friends, combining everything, all those things like neuroplasticity and circadian rhythm and everything that we discussed, I've made my own happiness tripod model in which I say, just like a tripod stand that we have, uh, and we take a picture by placing a camera on it. Now imagine if any of the leg of your tripod stand is broken. You think you can click a picture? You can put a camera and take a nice, stable, good picture of yours? Tell me yes or a no. Can you take a picture? If any of the tripod is fallen, no, you cannot take. All the legs are interdependent. They have to be stable. So I say, let's go beyond sleep, because sleep, I believe, will come automatically once the tripod is balanced. So the first is your breath, how you are breathing right now. I'm not talking about pranayama. I'm just talking about how you're breathing all day will affect the quality of your sleep at night. So simple and so effective. So when we go ahead in our journey, I will teach you, I will guide you, and I will tell you with my experience how breathing should be. And there are lots of things we can do in breath work. Second tripod stand is sleep. Sleep is the fuel to our engine. So if we sleep well, our camera is stable. And then there is mind, because everything comes from the mind. It's all about mental health, emotional health, all the psychosomatic problems, including insomnia, is related to mind. So if you can control your mind a little, you can capture your mind a little. Let not mind tell you what to do. You tell mind what to do. If you gather all those tools and techniques and you can control your mind, imagine what you can achieve. You can click a happy picture of you every day. Then there is a mind power model, which I have derived out of this beautiful ancient Indian science, which can deactivate the sympathetic nervous system. It is called mind power model. You can see a pyramid, and there are steps to it. We start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see a picture of Adi Yogi on the right side. You see a picture of Maharshi Patanjali. So everything that we have spoken about, all the modern Western science, the origin is India. 2,500 years ago, Yoga Sutras were compiled by Maharshi Patanjali, which consist of 195 sentences, sutras, how a mankind should lead a lifestyle. It is already there. Our Indian wisdom is so rich. They have included everything related to mental health. Sleep is just a dot in the ocean. It'll just come as an outcome. So they have told us what we should do, what we should not do to have a beautiful lifestyle. And this is my very passionate subject, Yoga Sutras, and already taken a session on this in Mindful Living. If you are interested to know more about this, I would request Ashish to paste the link in the chat window. So friends, you can go on this link later on after the session when you have time and listen to this talk, 1 hour talk on Yoga Sutra. This was a very powerful talk we had. And to our surprise, it was so well received by everybody. Everybody loved this topic, and this topic is really close to me. I can't talk more on this topic right now, but definitely when we go ahead in our sleep journey, we are going to take care of all these aspects and go on the peak, the green part of it. And everything is related to sleep here. So my interpretation of Yoga Sutras that will help us to sleep deep and well every day. Now, quickly, I know Ashish must be thinking I've taken a lot of time. It's already 12:10. But quickly, let's come to our main exercise for today. That is called sleep storytelling. Sleep storytelling. Now, friends, I want to know from you quickly in the chat box, what is your sleep story in 2 to 3 keywords or one line? Quickly, good or bad. It could be anything. I cannot sleep. I don't think I can ever sleep. I will never sleep. It's difficult. Life is not great. Or it could be good. I think I will recover. I'm hopeful. I will sleep from now. What is your sleep story? Okay, I don't think much about it. Okay. Okay. Inconsistent sleep. Okay. Waking refresh is a challenge, not consistent. Okay. So you have a sleep story, right? Good or bad, but there is a story. So there is a very beautiful concept called sophrology that I'm going to talk about now, and we are going to practice also for 10 minutes. Sophrology is a science of consciousness in harmony. It is a fusion of Western science combined with Eastern philosophies and practices. It is very famous in Europe, and what they have done, all the doctors and health practitioners in Europe, They have combined their Western knowledge with Tibetan Buddhism, with Zen of Japan, with yoga of India. They have brought everything into one at one point, and they have created 12 levels of sophrology. It is very beautiful science because it is something which I can relate to because it's a mixture of everything and it talks about tools. So there is a lot we can do here as well, which we'll do ahead in the journey. But today I'm going to talk about one super tool of sophrology for sleep, and it is called gatekeeper word. Friends, tell me in the chat box, what do you understand by this word gatekeeper? What is gatekeeper? Who is a gatekeeper? What is a gatekeeper? Come on, tell me, you can guess. A security guard? Who is a security guard? Someone who lets people in. Okay, yes, who guards? Who will not let anybody enter without your permission? Who will secure you, give you safety? Correct? Guarding you. Security guard, gatekeeper. Okay, now I want all of you quickly to decide your one favorite word to be your sleep gatekeeper word. A word that will protect you from any sort of anxiety around sleep. A word that will help you to sleep better. Any hypothetical word. It could be name of any fruit. If you love mango, mango could be your gatekeeper word. You like lilies, lily could be your gatekeeper word. If you're fond of anything, relaxation could be your gatekeeper word. It could be an abstract word. It could be calmness. Yes, somebody said peace. Okay, silence, beautiful. Stop overthinking. No, that cannot be your gatekeeper word. It has to be one positive word. Love can be a gatekeeper word. Okay. Pumpkin. Oh, that's nice. Hardeep says pumpkin. That's creative. It could be anything. Happiness. Yes, anything. You know what's my gatekeeper word? I practiced this myself when I was working on my own sleep. It's freedom. For me, it's freedom. See, I've got a tattoo of a flying bird in the cloud. So for me, freedom means flying in the sky. So that's my gatekeeper word. Mindful living, amazing. But I still want you to keep one word so that it's easy for you to remember. You can keep mindful. Let it be mindful for you. Good night, or keep something else. I think let's be creative. So now quickly decide on your gatekeeper word, which is your sleep gatekeeper word. Okay. Now we will practice something, friends. I will just stop sharing my screen and I'll just tell you what we are going to practice. So friends, now with this gatekeeper word that you just decided, I want you to associate this word with the feelings of good sleep at night. I will ask you to do something when we practice. I will give you instructions and you have to just follow that. Are you ready to practice this with me? Let's practice this powerful super tool now. Are you ready? Then with your permission, I move ahead. Give me a yes or give me a thumbs up or a heart. Come on, let's make some noise. All right, I give you a minute's time to feel comfortable. Get seated. You want to sit on the floor like I'm sitting on my yoga mat. You can do that. If you're sitting on a chair, that's completely fine. You can sit on a sofa, your bed, anywhere. But just make sure that your spine is straight. And if you want some support, you can get in some cushions because you got to sit straight for 10 minutes. So get some cushions or take some support of the wall if you want. If you can grab a yoga mat, get a yoga mat. Sip some water, keep yourselves hydrated. Ashish, could you just give me a thumbs up if the music is clear and you can hear me as well? Am I clear? All right. Okay, friends, now I want you to sit straight, your spine straight, your palms rested on your knees or on your thighs facing upwards. If you are sitting on a chair, you can just place them on the side. Your neck in line with your spine, your chin parallel to the floor. Now look at one point in front of you and very gently close your eyes. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Now we'll begin with a small relaxation called conditioning. For that, I want you to now focus in your eyes, brain, scalp, and backside of your lower neck. Relax all these muscles together, and as you relax, feel the expansion of your eyes. Focus between your shoulder blades and your neck, between your chest and your throat. Relax all these together, and with relaxation, feel the expansion of your throat. Relax your chin, relax your jaw, relax your facial muscles and your nose. Once again, focus in your eyes, brain, scalp, neck. And this time, also relax your complete shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, palms, and fingers. Focus again in your brain, and this time let the energy flow from your brain to your neck, to your entire spine, relaxing all your back muscles, upper back, middle back, lower back. Let the energy flow from your spine to your glutes. Soften your stomach. Relax your groin, thighs, knees, calves, ankle, feet. Now your whole body is trying to relax on its own. Allow it. Now focus on the tip of your nostril and observe your breath. As you exhale, try to calm down and relax more and more. If your mind wanders, let it wander. Let the thoughts come and go. Don't stop your mind from thinking. Let the thoughts come and glow. You just look at these thoughts like an observer. Don't judge them. Gently, lovingly, bring your mind back to your breath. Keep a gentle smile on your face and feel this deep relaxation right now. If there is any part of the body which is not feeling relaxed, just take your focus to that part and relax it. Your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Now I want you to shift your focus to your abdomen and notice how your stomach is going in and out. As you inhale, the stomach goes out just like a balloon. And as you exhale, the stomach goes in, navel trying to touch the spine. See the movement of the abdomen. Fill up your abdomen with oxygen. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Now I want you to shift your focus to your chest and notice how your chest is expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Notice the subtle rise and fall of the chest. Now shift your focus towards your throat. See how your collarbones are also moving as you're inhaling and exhaling. Feel the breath in your nose. Feel the temperature of the breath in your nose when you inhale and exhale. You're inhaling cool breath, and when you exhale, it's warm. Now, few counts of deep inhalation and exhalation using all the three muscles that we just used. We inhale from the abdomen, shift the focus from the chest to the throat to the nose. And as we exhale, we notice our throat first and then our chest going in and then the abdomen also going in. Again, inhale, filling the stomach, fill the chest, fill the throat, nose. And as you exhale, empty your nose, empty your throat, empty your chest, and empty your abdomen, pulling it in. Few more counts of this equal breathing, inhaling and exhaling deep, using all the three muscles needed to breathe well all during the day. Do as per your own rhythm. No jerky movements. At your own pace. Whenever your mind wanders, bring it back. Try to focus on the muscle. Abdomen, chest, throat, nose. And then when you empty and exhale, you again focus on throat, then chest, and then your abdomen. Now, I want you all to call out your gatekeeper word in your mind. The gatekeeper word that you just decided. As you inhale, call out your gatekeeper word in your mind a few times. Activate it. Breathe normally now. Normal inhale and exhale. Notice how your breath has changed. It's deeper and calmer than before. Enjoy this feeling of deep relaxation. Now, I want you to visualize the night time. I want you to start visualizing how you're preparing for your sleep tonight. What are you doing just before you're about to hit the bed? You're getting fresh, changing to your fresh pajamas and shirt, your night suit. Maybe some of you had dinner some hours back. You're enjoying your nighttime tea or a drink, wishing everyone good night. Visualize yourself with a big smile on your face with full confidence that you're going to sleep well. You're not worrying about sleep. You're just waiting to go in the bed and have this beautiful 7-8 hours of rejuvenating sleep tonight. Now breathe deep again and call out your gatekeeper word. Now imagine yourself going in the bed, lying down, adjusting the temperature of your AC if it is switched on, adjusting the speed of the fan. You have made sure that the curtains are pulled so that there is enough darkness in the room. You have taken your comforter, the blanket that you want to use, your favorite pillow. Look at yourself, how happy and excited you are to fall asleep. As you inhale, I want you to call out your gatekeeper word now. And as you exhale, I want you to absorb this gatekeeper word in your body. And imagine how quickly you have fallen asleep at night. Observe yourself as if you're sitting outside from your own body as a third person. Look at yourself how you are lying down in the bed right now. Look at your face, that peace, that gentle smile. Look at how you're breathing in rhythm, your chest moving up and down in beautiful rhythmic fashion. Look at your abdomen, just rising and falling softly. Look at your legs, how well rested they are on this mattress. Look at how your body weight is just dropping itself on this mattress. Look at how the hours are passing by in the night and you're deep in sleep, not worrying at all what is happening around you, not moving at all except your heart, breathing, lungs, stomach, chest, everything working in rhythm with each other. But your body is still. Look at that glow on your face. See how your body is repairing itself right now. Inhale deep and call out your gatekeeper word. And as you exhale, absorb this word in your body. And now notice morning has come and you have had beautiful sleep all night. Observe yourself from outside your body, how you're sleeping, even in the morning. And now the sun has risen. There are some sun rays peeping in through the curtains that you drew at night, but you couldn't draw them fully. So the sun rays can still escape from the outside world, coming inside your room, falling on your face gently, giving it a natural golden glow. And you're sitting out there, outside your body, looking at you, rejoicing this feeling, this beautiful realization that what a night it was. You're trying to escape the sun rays falling on your face right now and trying to sleep some more. And now you have a smile on your face because you're almost awake. And realizing that how great you're already feeling even before the day has begun for you. Call out your gatekeeper word as you inhale. And as you exhale, absorb this word in each part of your body. Let all the cells absorb the feeling associated with your gatekeeper word. And now look at yourself waking up, sitting down on the bed, taking a good stretch, your arms up, taking a good stretch, opening your eyes and having this big smile and laughter which nobody can see except you, that you have slept so well, automatically on your own. And now you know what you have to do during the day. There is a purpose in life you have to live, and you're ready because you're fully energized. Call out your gatekeeper word once again. Inhale. And as you exhale, let it absorb. Now I want you to come back where you are sitting right now. Keeping your eyes closed. Keeping your eyes closed. Just be where you are. Bring awareness to your space. Move your hands a little. Move your limbs, legs. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Be with yourself for some more moments. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly and gently open your eyes. Check your physical state, mental state, emotional state right now. This is the gatekeeper word you have from today. And I want you to practice this every day from today, only for 5 to 10 minutes only. Very important to be practiced only during the day, not at the night time. Ideal time, if you are free around 12 noon, it is your tea break, coffee break in your office. You can do it while sitting on your office chair. All you have to do is just close your eyes, do a body relaxation, how we did today, which is called conditioning. Just relax each and every part of the body, which is very important first step. Your body has to be relaxed. And then focus on your breath is the second step. Focus on your breath. Today we practiced equal breathing, equally inhaling, equally exhaling using the three muscles, abdomen, chest, and throat. Usually, friends, we do only shallow breathing. We just breathe till throat, fast breathing. And breathing is responsible for our anxiety levels, for our stress levels, right? So, second step is breathing deep. And third step is calling out your gatekeeper word and visualizing how you want to sleep tonight. Calling out your gatekeeper word 5 to 10 times and visualizing how you want to sleep. Change your sleep story. Storytelling is this what it is. Okay. 3 steps. Now you will practice this only for 5 minutes. Before lunch, post lunch, just sit down for 5 to 10 minutes and do this. Now, the most important step at night time when you are in bed, ready to sleep, all you have to do is breathe in, call out your gatekeeper word, and exhale. What will happen after a few days? Neuroplasticity has happened. New brain waves, brain pathways have been created, right? Now your body and mind have associated this word with sleeping well. It's automatic. It's been rewired in your brain. So when you call out your gatekeeper word at night, all those physiological changes start happening automatically. What are those physiological changes? Heart beating well, no palpitation, deep breathing, going in deep relaxation, knowing how you have to sleep. You have given instruction to your mind. This is what I want to do now. My entire night has to go exactly the way I have visualized. And this has to happen only in morning time, only in noon time, not before sleeping. Before sleeping, you have to only call out the gatekeeper word. Call it out. That's giving instruction to your mind. For me, it's freedom. I practice freedom exercise in the morning. Now at night time, I just do deep breathing and say freedom. Inhale, freedom. Okay. And this sophrology, as I said, is a fusion of science and Eastern practices. When we go ahead in the journey, we are going to go in depth into this world. We are going to do in depth of Yoga Sutras, the pyramid that I showed you from ancient India. We are going to do in depth of sophrology, which is Western and Eastern science. We'll bring everything together day wise. I have planned 21 days ahead from here for you, understanding that this time was not enough. One day is not enough to do everything, right? You understand that. Still, I think we managed, Ashish, to do a lot of things in last 1.5 hours, right? And now the journey has just begun from here. This is just day one. Just day one. Journey has just started. So now, with your permission, if you allow me, I would like to present what I have come up with a plan for 21 days in order to take this journey ahead from here. So if you allow me, I will show you what I have in store for you. So either give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, or write yes in the chat box. Do I have your permission? Thank you so much. All right, so I'll share my screen again. And after this, I have a very nice gift also for you, which I'll share. And in the end, we'll keep 10 minutes for question answer. Time is pressing, but just allow me 15 minutes more. Can you see the screen? Ashish, the screen is visible, right? Okay. So friends, this is a gift that I have for you. Ashish will be emailing you this. This is a book, a workbook, specially designed by me. As you all know by now, I'm a designer. So yes, this has been designed by me. It brings forward some tips and tricks around sleep, and it will cover a few aspects of what we have done and discussed today. So all you have to do is just keep a track on your sleep with the help of this daily companion. So this book will come to you on your email. Second, this is what I wanted to present to you, which is a 21 days plan from here. As I showed you a happiness tripod, the 3 legs of the tripod stand. Same way, there is a tripod stand for sleep that I have created based on my own experience, based on all the research and studies that I have done, based on all the testimonials and feedback I've received from people who have been practicing with me. It includes everything, and this model is what I call Sleepy Fine. So it has 3 weeks, 21 days, 3 weeks. First week, we are going to do rewire your mind. As you can see, the first leg of the tripod. Rewiring your mind is the goal of the first week. Second week would be reset your body clock, circadian rhythm that we just discussed. I just told you that go out in the sunlight. That is just the basic first step. So many things we need to do to reset our body clock so that it is in tune with nature. It becomes automatic wakefulness and sleepiness for us. So that is the body clock. And the third is renew your sleep. Once you are ready with week 1 and week 2, week 3 is all about digging deep into sophrology and so many other concepts which will renew our sleep to another level. Here we are going to do more about sleep, taking care of the quality, taking care of, the deep sleep mode. It can't happen on day one. Slowly, slowly we'll go there. But the things will start happening from day one is my promise to you. You will get better each day is all I can promise you. Every day you should think, today I'm better than yesterday. So if you're asking me, इससे क्या मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा? I don't know. इससे क्या आज insomnia ठीक हो जाएगा? I don't know. It took me months and years. But I was struggling. I had no help. I had nobody to tell me what to do. I was doing on my own. I was helpless. But today, you have a guide. I'm your friend. I wouldn't call myself a coach. I would rather call myself your happiness buddy. Okay? One team, one goal. That's how we'll move forward. So, yes, I cannot tell you today you will get free of insomnia, but I can tell you every day will be a better day. And as we proceed, yes, week 3, I would like to hear from you what you are feeling, how you are feeling. Third week is the week when you'll tell me, yes, Shruti, never even noticed, but yes, sleep is amazing now. It's getting better every day. That's the goal. So we are going to start from 1st March, which is this Wednesday. And we are going to meet live twice in a week, just the way we are meeting live right now on Zoom call. I'll be coming live to you on Zoom twice in a week at 7:30 p.m. We have kept the evening time, late evening time, so that you are done with your daily activities and now you can just relax, log in and practice what I have to make you practice. So twice in a week, we are going to meet online. Okay. Rest of the days, you're going to receive pre-recordings from me, a very powerful daily activity in the group. We are going to have a closed group called Sleepify. It will be a closed group, WhatsApp group of Sleepify, where I'm going to post a lot of things for you. So every day you'll receive one thing, a concept and a daily practice. And this is going to be just 10-15 minutes investment of daily time. Because as I say, I don't have separate time to work on my sleep. 2-3 घंटे तो नहीं निकाल सकते दिन के, right? 10 minutes is what I can definitely invest on myself. And we have to work this much in order to see results. Small actions, big results. So 10 to 15 minutes daily activity. And we meet live. We meet live for at least 30 minutes. Some days, if time allows, we might be there for 40 to 60 minutes also. So day 1 will be an orientation day, which is 1st March, where I'm going to present the entire timetable to you so that you know that this is the entire calendar for this month. And this, so time remains the same mostly, 7:30 p.m., but you will have the entire calendar in front of you on day 1. Now, what is there in 21 days? Do you want to know a little bit more? What am I going to do in 21 days for more clarity? So, number one, sleep to aa jayegi. As I say, it's the outcome of a good life. In this, we are also going to create your happiness toolkit. Now, this happiness toolkit is a part of the flagship course that I run under the name The Happiness Project. I make people do this practice only there, but I bring this to you even here because I feel people who are not sleeping well somewhere are not even happy. General quotient of happiness is only so low. You're so sad. Why should you be deprived of happiness? Happiness for no reason. Toolkit. Why I call it a toolkit? It's like a toolkit. You have tools. Let's use this tool today. 5 minutes. Let's feel better than what we are feeling. So it's going to be a personal happiness plan that you will create with me. I've written live because this is going to be a live session that we'll do at 7:30 p.m. one of the days. Mondays and Fridays is what I've kept for live sessions. So this is the first thing that you get. Second, you saw my PPT, friends. I don't know if you can relate to it, how I shifted from what I really love doing professionally, which is designing, but then taking a pause in life to realize what I really want to do. So how many of you are still having that question, what is the real purpose of my life? We must be doing great in our lives, professionally, personally, earning money, going for luxury holidays, have everything. But क्या आप सोचते हो कि why am I there on this earth? Ultimately करना क्या है? When do you want to think? When you turn 60, 70, 80? Or you want to think now? Some of you are already in that age group, but still you're thinking, okay, now maybe I'm retired, about to get retired. What is it that I want to do now? Can I live my purpose of life now? So friends, there is a step-by-step process to achieve this. We did this for NIFT students. I did this for 300 students at NIFT. They all wanted to become designers. After this exercise, just in 1 hour, they had a tangible purpose written on their paper in front of them, following this process. And they were amazed that, wow, we never thought this is the career we want to create. Now imagine at that age, if you know what you want to do, how beautiful that can be. And this is not invented by me. This is a model we are going to follow, what IBM's, Apple, Microsoft, everybody has followed. It's a step-by-step process. I followed this for myself and I came out beautifully, with my own clarity of how I want to lead a life, a meaningful life. This is again going to be live session. And as you can see, 2 more thumbnails on the right, fire of fear. We are going to use fire element to fire all our fears away. We'll use fire to be ignited in our hearts and souls to start living a meaningful life from here on. It'll be a step-by-step process. And I'll also give you a manual so that you reserve it with you time and again. You can go back to it and, keep refining your purpose of life. This is a very powerful activity. I'm going to give you a 21 days power sleep workbook. The way I'm giving you a free one for today, that's a very small one. But here I'm going to give you a very intensive 21 days power sleep workbook so that you can keep track of your sleep here, how it is improving every day. It's a tracker. We have to measure it, right? We have to measure your score if it's shifting from one color to the other. So this is a scoreboard. 21 days power sleep workbook. We are also going to do deep sleep stretches. Again, something which doesn't take more than 5 minutes before sleeping. Quick ones, how you can have your blood flow rushing in your brain, how you can prepare your body, to have a deep relaxation for a great sleep. This is very, very effective, very effective. So it has a little flavor of yoga, but it is more to do with sleep related stretches, which I'm going to tell you. Okay, deep sleep stretches to sleep well. Then there are a lot of goodies will come. I have not put in everything, just to count a few. We spoke about gut health. So I'm going to give you a nice food guide. Now, I'm not your nutritionist, so I'm not going to tell you what you have to eat, but I will add few things that if you eat every day will give you good sleep. So what are those things that you should do? What are the things that have worked for me? Yeah, what are the things that have worked for others? How you can improve the quality of your gut, because gut has happy and unhappy bacteria, good and bad. Okay, we have to increase the good bacteria so that happy hormones are secreted in the body which can directly impact our mental health. The way I'm feeling is affected by the bacteria. Wow, right? Very surprising. How can bacteria decide how I'm feeling right now? But this is proven. This is fact. So we will check if our gut health is good or not. So I'll give you some tips on that. Declutter space and mind. Today's PDF that you're going to receive has a lot of tips around declutter. Declutter might sound a very simple word today. Declutter karna hai. Declutter is called aparigraha in Yoga Sutra. 2000, 2500 years back, it was already written by sages that declutter your space. And today we just think it's a very fancy term, declutter. It's aparigraha, how you clean your space, because that impacts your mental health. Here, we are going to discuss more about decluttering your mind. What are those brain workouts that we can do to declutter our mind? Because everything is here. We'll start controlling our mind. So you'll have all these things as gifts from me. So friends, Sleepify comes with everything, as you can see on the screen, so much beyond sleep, not just sleep, happiness, your purpose of life, your yoga exercises that you can do before sleeping. It's all about mind, body. I can't talk enough. What all are we going to do over here? Yoga Sutra, sophrology, I will divide it as per theme. You will have all the clarity on day one. So as in when we go ahead, I'll keep introducing you to new things with one simple activity for a day. All you have to do is 10 minutes of time investment. If you think you are committed to now change your sleep story from here, just the way I did, I changed my sleep story, right? Just the way I did. If you think you can also change your sleep story and you're committed to invest 10 to 15 minutes every day as an activity, then you must do this workshop. The original price, as you can see, for everything is 52,996. But you don't have to pay 52,996. Okay, before I move ahead, let me also tell you that we are not just getting done in 21 days. You have full 1 year, full support from me. You can keep repeating. So if you think these 21 days were magical for you, if you think they really worked for you, and you don't want to stop, you don't have to pay again. You can attend the next batch. You can keep coming in, keep logging in. You will get all the recordings. You will be a part of this WhatsApp group, which is a very focused group of people who are working only to improve their sleep. So it's a collective effort of everybody coming together with one goal, which is very powerful. Now you're not alone. Now you have support of so many people, and you will have my personal attention here. So you'll have a lot of sleep audios here. You have relaxation audios, recordings, and I don't know what all I'll be giving you. I'll give you the best that I can. So all I can say is it's not getting over in 21 days. It'll continue. And a lot of things will be introduced in this group. The day you want to leave, you want to say bye to me, you will say bye. I will not say bye. I will keep holding on to you till you are not the best of your peak of your mental health and fitness. I will not leave you. So it's just 21 days in books. In reality, it's way beyond. So much in 52,996. But as I said, this is not what you have to invest. The offer price, which I usually have in all my workshops that I do, is 19,999. So people who buy directly from the website pay that original price, but people who come online for the workshops pay 19,999. But this is not what you have to pay today. For mindful living community, because it is so close to me and I'm also one of the participants and students in mindful living community, I am so happy to just give, I wouldn't say it's a gift because definitely there is a value exchange, but with the kind of time and energy and efforts that will be put in, I think this is a very small value exchange, which is just 4,999 for 21 days and beyond. I think I have said enough what we are going to do, so I'm not going to repeat everything. This is 4,999 is the final one, which is only for today, only for action takers. After today, it will come with GST, which is 5,899. And understand, friends, the small value doesn't matter to me. The small value doesn't matter to you. Why this little push of GST? So that you take action today. I want you to take action. I don't want this extra money from you. I want you to just start taking action, because sometimes taking action is the first step we don't do. What I didn't do, I spent months and years in just thinking what to do. Action hi nahi hota na. I want you to take action. So that's why I create this urgency. This is my idea of creating urgency so that you enroll today. And the time starts now. So those of you who have got value from this program are not interested, please feel free to ask any question that you may have before leaving. You can unmute yourself. And those of you who have decided that the journey has just begun and today is just day one, I request you to stay back and take an action while I'm here to answer any of your queries right now. So you may unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, Shruti, we have a question from Rajiv ji.
Yes, please.
He's asking, how do we enroll and pay today? Rajiv ji, the numbers are given on the screen. You can see 9871444822. You could Paytm or Google Pay on this.
So friends, once you enroll, then by tomorrow, we'll create this Sleepify group, and or maybe by today evening only, we'll add you in the group. We'll keep you informed. Once you're part of the Sleepify group, all the information will come there. And the first meeting day, as I said, is 1st March, 7:30 p.m. So
Thank you,
kindly make a
Shruti.
note of it. Yes.
Yeah. Also, there is a question from Dharya Gupta. Does sinusitis affect sleep?
Does sinusitis affects the
Affect
sleep?
sleep. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Why? Because see, if there is little obstruction or any blockage, then definitely it hinders. So all these things, there are multiple things that play a role in the sleep quality, not just the sleep itself. So you have to very well take care. If there is any underlying medical condition, please check with your doctor, correct it, and then simultaneously also start working on the quality of sleep. So everything goes hand in hand. If you already know, so the day, for example, I've got cold, cough, I might just not have good quality sleep that night, right? That's understood. You have to breathe well. Everything has to be clean and clear for you to be able to breathe and sleep well. So do take the medicine or anything that is needed for that. And then there are a lot of breathwork exercises that we are going to do here that are going to further support, so that you don't have to depend on these medicines. You do those breathwork practices with me on daily basis, and these things will be taken care of on their own.
Yeah.
I hope I've
Th-
answered you.
yeah, thank you, Shruti. Friends, thank you for your encouraging feedback on the chat. We are also sharing a feedback link. Please take 30 seconds to fill out the feedback form. And your feedback is very valuable to us. I promise you it will not take you. Ruchi, could you share the feedback form, please?
And friends, while we are enrolling, there is cherry on the cake. Do you want to see what that cherry is? You also get to book your one-to-one personal session with me if you enroll. So if you think I'm somebody you can trust, I'm somebody who can add more value to you, we can have a personal session where I can hear what are your sleep struggles, what are your sleep challenges, and we can make a nice personalized customized plan. So beyond 21 days, which is anyways going to be there, I would know what are your real struggles. So that will also help me to pay a close
Yeah.
attention to your problem. So that will further enhance the quality of our journey together. So
Thank
I
you
will,
so much.
so in the group itself in Sleepify, I will post a Calendly link on Monday. Calendly link, so that you can check, go on the calendar, see what are the available spots, and as per your comfort and convenience, you can block the time with me.
Yeah. Thank you, Vaibhav. Friends, once you have filled out the feedback form, please type FD so that we have your feedback. And the time is running out fast. Please take quick action and book your slot in this Sleepify program, which is starting from 1st of March. And also avail, get the cherry, as Shruti mentioned, a one-to-one coaching session where she will share with you, how you can deal with the challenges of sleeping and get good sleep. Thank you, Rajanji. Thank you, Arshna. Thank you, Daria. Friends, we'll be sharing the link to the recording. The recording will be shared with you along with the details on the sessions that Shruti just spoke about. And you have time till end of day today to enroll yourself and benefit from this super program. Throughout my life, I have been working on, not throughout my life, but for many years, as I mentioned earlier, I was working on only two pillars of health, which is exercise and diet. And believe you me, it doesn't get you very far. But when you get the integrated approach and include sleep also in it, your results are very, very good. So I urge you to take action and benefit from this beautiful offering that we have got for you. If there are any questions, you could raise your hands and ask your questions. Otherwise, we'll bring the session to a close. We are anyway 15 minutes past the scheduled time.
Thank you, Dayalji. So nice to see you.
Just the gratitude. What a beautiful session. You explained it so clearly and nicely. I think when you were explaining, it's not only about the sleep, you're covering the whole aspect of the life, I think. Sleep is just the dot, I think. And
Yes.
when you had mentioned about that gatekeeper meditation we did, we already were in the trance, like we are going to sleep.
Yeah,
In spite of being afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, very, very powerful meditation.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that word sophrology. Like, the whole essence of is merged in one thing, and you produced it in a clear words that we don't have to give anywhere to solve this problem. Like, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dayalji. The
The
journey
best
has
of the-
just started. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of
Amazing.
you
Yeah,
ahead.
surely. I would like to be. Yes, yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dayaji.
Yeah,
Thank you.
amazing session. Yeah, one of the best. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so
Super
much.
awesome. Super awesome, Dayaji. Anybody else has questions? Please raise your hand and you may ask your question as we'll bring the session to a close. Friends, thank you for joining us and participating actively in the session. Yes.
Well, one second. I think Shruti should be awarded PhD for this thing.
Oh, please.
Yeah. No, even
Thank
that.
you.
Like we had heard
Thank
about
you.
Patanjali's previous son, and I was amazed to just heard about Patanjali's, but the way I've been consistently following those teachings, I keep scribbling down and this thing, and same experience with this thing now. Amazing.
Yes,
What a thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dayalji. Thank you very much. On that very positive note, let's bring the session to a close. Have a wonderful weekend, and you may unmute yourself on your way out and say bye to everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Sleep
Bye.
well. Sleep deep.
Thank you.
Stay happy.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everyone. See you
Bye.
soon.
Yeah.
Bye.